If you have a 2017 to 2019 Ford Super Duty, do I have news for you? We just dropped our Gen 2 XB LED headlights, and they are brighter and cooler looking than the original. So before we get into the install, let's tell you what they're all about. So the Gen 2 headlight is just basically a facelift of our Gen 1 XB headlights. So they feature an incredible looking startup sequence. So every time you start up your truck, it will have this really unique animation that's known to Morimoto headlights. These also have a super bright daytime running light, and whenever you're using your low beams, it'll actually dim it down. So speaking of the DRL, you also have an amber version. So when you're on our website, make sure to click the amber if you decide to go that route. These headlights also have a sequential turn signal. Just like the Gen 1, you can decide if you want to have the standard or the sequential option just by using the harness. They have 4 projector low beams and 2 projector high beams. So as you know, with technology, everything it advances. And here at Morimoto, with our Gen 2 headlights, the projector optics are more refined and more intense in these, which enables them to be brighter than the previous model. So all in all, these headlights are a full LED assembly and gives your Super Duty a nice facelift. So enough of the talking, let's get straight into the install. First thing you're gonna do is go ahead and pop the hood. All right, now that the hood is open, you can go ahead and start removing the plastic push tabs that are on top of your plastic radiator cover. Once those are all removed, you can go ahead and move that out of the way. So on this vehicle, if you can tell, it has an aftermarket grille. We'll be removing 5 bolts on this, but if you have the OEM style grille, it'll be 7 bolts using a 10mm socket. So keep in mind with your OEM style grille, there are a bunch of tabs on the very back that's keeping it in place. So just gracefully remove the grille and tug on it just a bit, and then it will release and you can remove it out of the way. So next we're gonna go ahead and remove the headlight. There's gonna be 1 bolt on the top, 2 in the center, and then also 1 on the very base on the side of your headlight. Now that you have all the bolts removed, you can go ahead and start pulling your headlight. But before you fully remove it, make sure to go ahead and disconnect the OEM harness on the very back of the headlight. All right, now that you got both of the headlights out, we moved up to the fuse box area so you can plug in your DRL harness. You're gonna go ahead and remove your fuse box cover and then look for the area that's called D34. Now if there's a fuse there, go ahead and remove it and replace it with our new fuse tab. Now that you have that plugged in, we're gonna go ahead and route the rest of the harness. The short end will be routed through the passenger side. You can route this any way you would like. We're just going to go ahead and route it down the side of the fender. The longer harness will be routed towards the driver's side. We routed ours through the radiator support, and like I said before, it's whatever your preference is. Next up, we can go ahead and start installing the Morimoto XB headlight. Go ahead and plug in all of the connectors. So keep in mind with the turn signal part of the harness, you can plug it in to have the sequential option or keep it unplugged to have it just the standard. Okay, now that you have the headlights installed, make sure to run through all of the functions to make sure that the headlight is running properly. Once that's done, just go ahead and button up the vehicle and you're ready to rock and roll. All right guys, well it is that easy to install your 2017 to 2019 Super Duty headlights. If you want to find out what other products we have, such as reverse lights, interior lights, mirror lights, just go over to morimotohid.com and you can see all of the other products that we have in store for you over there.